Welcome back to RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. This video is brought to you by O'Neal, and stick around till the end to find out how you could win this race-used Phil Nicoletti jersey. But first, we have some quiet World Supercross news this morning, or at least notice of some. At some point this week, the heads at WSX just simply removed the third race placeholder from the website. What was initially billed as a 5-race series before being cut and cut again, and as of last week listed round 1 in London, round 2 in Australia, and 3 to be, quote, to be announced, is now just 2. A lackluster showing for the series' pilot season. Alex Gobert from Moto Online reported Friday morning that the series was hopeful for a third round in Indonesia, but that the country simply wasn't ready to host at the required standard. There's obviously nothing wrong with racing in Indonesia, but that doesn't exactly feel like the sort of destination that most riders, teams, and fans would have very high on their list, expecting instead to at least head to countries that compete in the annual Motocross Des Nations. Furthermore, Alex, as well as MX Vice's Lewis Phillips, have heard from their sources that the full-length series planned for 2023 is now expected to be less than 10 rounds, with an announcement expected in November after the pilot season is over. The original plan was for the series to run from June to November, directly competing against the AMA Pro National Series, as well as MXGP and Motocross Des Nations, but Lewis further speculates that the WSX series may not begin in 2023 until September, instead going head-to-head with the newly crowned Super Motocross Series, and will leave little room for error trying to bang out a 9-race series across the world in just 3 months. I'm going to be called out for being overly critical of the World Supercross Championship here, and that is valid criticism. The series simply overpromised and as of now is going to underdeliver. Sure, this season was billed as a pilot season from the first press release in March, no doubt giving them the leeway here to temper expectations, but all of the money, all of the hype, all of the marketing, the promise of this leading edge, innovative formats, everything new and exciting, it just feels empty. And with the opening weekend just 8 days away. With 39 of the 40 championship riders confirmed, it's a who's who of popular names, but not necessarily competitive riding. Sure, it's rad to see Chad Reed come out of retirement after his farewell tour was cut short due to COVID. Josh Hill, Cole Seeley, Josh Grant all still have respectable fan bases, and Justin Brayton getting one more shot at a title after calling it a career in the States this year, but I think we would all be shocked if anyone actually challenged Ken Roczen and Eli Tomac in the opening round in London. It feels a bit like the first time the WWE went to Saudi Arabia when they pulled the retired Shawn Michaels and Triple H to face against The Undertaker and Kane, who were way past their prime at the time, because those were the names the organizers were familiar with. Hell, they even asked for the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna, both dead, and Yokozuna had been passed away for over 20 years before that show. But I know y'all are not here to talk about wrestling. What was promised is a way for smaller teams and competitive privateers that specialize in Supercross or are unable to compete in the nationwide circuit of Pro Motocross to have this opportunity to race from the summer into the fall quickly feels more like your run-of-the-mill traveling circus instead of the Cirque du Soleil that was sold to us. The big winner in all of this, of course, are the teams that took the early plunge. Each of the 10 teams participating in the championship and fielding 4 riders are set to make $1 million each this year for what boils down to a 2-race series. This also completely dwarfs the $250,000 per race purse that is promised for each event, and despite their claims that the Super Motocross Championship has been in development since long before the WSX announcement, it's hard to ignore the fact that the first major injection in purse money in the US series came after the World Supercross Series was piecing together. I, for one, hope that I am wrong. I love World Supercross's ambition. More racing anywhere in the world is a good thing. It can grow the sport, it allows teams and sponsors more opportunities, it gets more riders paid, but it's always better to underpromise and overdeliver. And quite frankly, at this point, I am prepared to be very disappointed when the new series launches on October 8th. Are you amped and excited for the opening of WSX round in London next weekend? Let me know in the comments. How many rounds do you expect to see on the World Supercross schedule in 2023. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to RotoMoto for more breaking news and analysis like this. The #1 way to get more eyes on the channel is to tell the platform that this video was a good one. And if you would like to further support this channel and have a chance to win rad, race-worn, and autographed gear like this filthy Phil Nicoletti jersey from the main event in Detroit this year, be sure to join me over on Patreon for just about $1 per week. You help me continue to make this content for you, and you gain entries to the giveaway for memorabilia from your favorite riders every single month. Thanks as always for watching RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. Keep it pinned to the weekend.